hit. We started at a pretty good time in here. We'll see. Let me open my stream as usual. Okay, so AUDUSD ended up rallying hard, bro, today. Ended up rallying hard after I got stomped out here. Price ended up rallying. I was looking for a retest of this 50-minute inversion. We didn't get it though, which is all good. That was what I was waiting for, that 50-minute inversion to take those buys, and we just ended up leaving. I'm slightly interested on how we behave of the sell side sweep here to maybe look for some buys to keep drawing higher towards that 4-hour AVG. So we're gonna see. GU, I'm also interested in some buys. Euro, I'm not really liking, so I'm liking GU and AU today. GU, I'm liking some buys, but we inverse pretty strongly here. I would say I'm liking GU to buy towards this overall, towards this buy sell liquidity and this buy sell liquidity. And yeah, AU is the strongest, so it's probably better to be buying. I just want to be, we want to wait for the news to settle a bit, and we're gonna see. But I do like this massive sell side. This is a 50-minute VG. We can look to be drawn towards that 4-hour, and or if we inverse, we can even look to be targeting this sell side right here. So we have kind of a lot of ways we can trade today. But on GU, for me to be trading buys here, I need to see, I need to see like a big ass swing and then form the higher low and then enter here to be targeting that buy. So we need a lot of structure here to be able to trade this, right? AU, Euro, I'm down to be trading Euro if we inverse, because we took this buy sell liquidity. We have overall a 4-hour VG, so if we inverse, we can actually look to target the sell side. It's a bit of resistance overall here, but I think we would be fine. But it depends a lot on how we behave. Nasdaq, I'm really not that interested. We do have this nice high here, but not that interested. The market doesn't look that great for me today, but we look like we have some potential. We just need to be patient here. We swap this, we're probably just gonna straight off buy here towards that 4-hour, and of that 4-hour I would have been down to short. So this 4-hour I would have been down to short a retrace towards the sell side, but now so the sell side got taken, it's pretty much invalid for us to be looking at those sells because our draw just got taken. So the only idea here is buys, but I'm not gonna buy straight off news. I want to see some structure. I want to see, I don't know, something like this. Maybe we just stall a bit around this, and then we might get that entry, and then we can look for that small trade idea here. But other than that, we ain't looking really to force. And on GU, I need a lot of structure. I do like that on GU we do have nice liquidity, so we can look to target this high and we can look to target this high. But we definitely need a failed swing, which means usually a bigger swing, and then we get a retracement. We need to see price print a higher low, and then we look to trade. So we definitely need structure here to be able to trade Euro. We can be looking at buying, but I just don't like that our drawn liquidity is taken. We can look to be targeting this high resistance, maybe even this, but yeah, I don't know if I like this. I would have liked to target this high. We can definitely look to be targeting higher towards that buy sell liquidity, but yeah, we need structure. I'm not really confident in Euro buying here. Maybe if we sweep this low, I would be down, but again, I would just prefer being short here. The only thing I don't like for shorts is that we have this overall consolidation in London, which is pretty strong. So pretty strong consolidation here, so we might just buy off it, but we gotta see, right? Yeah, I would like buys. We can technically buy straight off the bat here, but I don't trust news, right? I don't trust news. I want to see some structure. I want to see us pull back into this zone and then see some intent bullish. Is going to be a very short term move. I really think once price will reach this point here, we will reverse, because it's a very strong 4-hour inverse, and I really see us coming back bearish towards this after we of course reach that buy sell liquidity. But yeah, you might just sell off, but I still prefer buys here. But we just need to wait for it looks pretty strong here on lower time frame. We did form this kind of nice fractal low, but I wouldn't really like be buying so overextended, and at this point it's risky because it's very likely for us just to initiate bearish intent and start dwelling towards that. And yeah, I would say we can draw higher, but it's just a weird, I don't think I should be trying to buy this though. So we're gonna see. But yeah, Jill's pretty bearish. It flipped very aggressive bearish. Here I'm not sure if I would want to take shorts here. For buys, I like buys because we had sell side liquidity rate. This was an hourly FVG. We inversed and we had a very nice bullish range to try and play towards these highs. So I'm still inclined towards buys here. Let's see on AU here. We might just straight off the back get what we want. So I think this should be a no hesitation trade if we actually do stall a bit around here and then we get that bullish scalp. It's not that big of an idea, but it might be more than enough for us, right? Looking to target that hourly, that 4-hour FVG, my bad. I wouldn't really expect us taking this high though, but I think, or we come back and we buy from here. That can also be a case. I would prefer buying from here. So we have many ways we can actually trade this. If we inverse this, right, if we keep going lower and we retest it, we can actually look for this small portion of the move to be targeting this retracement here, which this is an hourly FVG, and we have this really nice internal sell side. So we have a lot of ways we can actually be trading AUD USD. It's just up to really what price will tell us here. It's sad that we got stopped out like this, but like, come on, bro. Price manipulated once, twice, 3 times before leaving in the intended direction, which is pretty crazy though. I wasn't expecting us to see so many manipulations here, but sometimes it happens even on Forex, right? It's weird. It's interesting. We can trade both ways. We can look to trade like this, or we can look to trade like this on AU here, or we can look to trade like this on if once we reach there. So we have a lot of ways we can actually trade. Euro, as I said, we're just very overextended. I wouldn't prefer buying here. Even if we do buy, I wouldn't prefer buying. Now I'm not sure if I want to really take this buy. It's very small, a small position. Gold ended up printing really massively bullish. We look like we might be bearish here off this. Did we take it? We didn't take it. We look like we might be bearish, so in case we inverse, yeah, sure, it becomes a valid trade, but it will take some time to see that. So for me, for now, probably AU is where we're gonna have opportunity. We just really want to be patient here and see what the market tells us, because in this case we can trade both ways and we really need to be patient and see and read what the market is telling us, right? I do like the sell side sweep. I do like how much sell side we swept, but that's not enough to be seeing that buy. So it matters a lot how we behave here. If we break above it, we're very likely to just continue bullish. If we don't, yeah, I like that you came in this also liquidity rate here, but we still need that failed swing. We need to see structure switch bullish. We need to see serious structure. It can be a straight up buy of this inversion, but it's just not something I would take because this kind of looks bearish. So unless I see really a lot of confluence, I'm not really willing to take this buy here on GU. This looks pretty bearish. I'm down to do a demo if that's the case. Sure, I'm down to do a demo here. Market buy, send order. We got this market buy right there, and we look to target this high, but let's think about it, right? Okay, let's look at AU. It's just a very small idea. Even if you break higher, it's just way too small for us to take. Yeah, we need that structure. We need that structure because we inversed, so we cannot really buy like that. If we didn't inverse, or at least I don't know, we just can't. That inverse really fucks our idea in a sense. This 50-minute, I think it's an hourly as well. Yeah, see. So we really need to wait for that extra confluence that we're not gonna close bearish because we might just come here and then break lower. But AU looks good here, but it's a very small idea and I'm not sure I really want to take it. It's like a 1.6 and I just don't know here. 1.6, okay. but it's probably not even gonna retrace. It's just that the real volatility from news is really kicking in, so I don't know if we're gonna even retrace towards this, but in case we do, I might take it, but we're very likely not gonna do that though. Still, on G we're more likely to retrace. I want to see how we behave to the trend line, or we might just completely fly towards our liquidity level, which is all good though. But AU doesn't look like it's gonna retrace anytime soon, which is okay, I guess. Could have we taken this? Maybe. I'm just not that confident in trading news, but imagine we could have taken this. This would have been a way better trade here to take. Yeah, we could have maybe taken this. I just don't trust trading on news though. Here, yeah, this could have been a trade here. I would be confident in it. The only reason I'm not confident is trading news, really. I'm not that confident in trading news yet. Euro is the most bullish one, it looks like, for now, but AU is definitely not going to retrace though. Yeah, I guess we could have traded. This is good. For now, it's just gonna be studying, right? It's just gonna be studying how news behave. This is unemployment claims. I'm still not that comfortable yet with trading news though. Maybe a low risk, sure, but I think it's just troll to be trying to trade like that. Let's see, maybe we get that nice retracement here on GU, because I do want to see how I want to see us fight this trend line. I want to see the reaction of the trend line, and then I want to see us still hold bullish for the flow. But yeah, this was a nice outside sweep though. Could have been a trade maybe. If it wouldn't be on news, I would have 100% taken this towards the buys, but yeah, now it's definitely, we don't really want to participate in that shit. So I do want to see a retracement here on this. Looks like a breakaway. Most likely what we're gonna come for is this right here. So I want to see us retrace towards like equilibrium prices, which is this, and then hold higher, and then I'm willing to take price towards the high. If we don't, it's all good. Yeah, this was the trade on news. Interesting, but in the future, I mean, considering the fact that we rated sell side, we would be fine on taking this even on news. I feel like unemployment claims is a good new what the fuck, I was singular news, a good news to be trading in unemployment claims, because it's not so manipulative, and we already manipulated here. Yeah, I could have taken this inversion. Even with this bearish gap, this is just a manipulation leg, so yeah, it's fine though. We learn. I think unemployment claims I should be a bit more comfortable into trading. Unemployment claims are probably the only news I would really be down trading like close to open, right? Oh shit, my bad. My bad, chief. So I was looking at this AUD/USD trade basically, but I was scared to take it because of news, but yeah, it would have been right. Thank you for saying that. I wouldn't have figured it out. And also geo buys here. I demoed this here, but yeah, not not looking good to be trading on my, yeah, this would have been a nice trade, like a couple minutes just would have hit TP, but I was scared of unemployment claims because we had where is it? Let me check. We had this, we had a lot of news, we had this and this. Unemployment claims is fine, yeah. I don't know if these are not that manipulative most of the times, but it's just something I'm not comfortable with doing yet. But it would have been nice. This trade would have been easy fucking money, like straight off the bat. Played the idea, sell surveyed into 50-minute VG. We just looked to draw. We had a hard time to draw, which was this 4-hour inverse here. This was our draw. It would have been solid on drawing higher, and news already manipulated, so technically shouldn't really be being scared of buying this, but yeah. I see, maybe we get an opportunity on Geo here if we retrace, and yeah, and if we retrace basically, I would really, again, this is a solid bias. I'm reaching into this highs and this high, but it does depend. I still want to see a retracing, which we might not necessarily get it since news don't really retrace most of the times, but it's all good though. We don't need to trade every single day, so. But yeah, this was nice. Unemployment claim setup, very nice. Very nice, like scout setup, I would say. Actually, very nice. Yeah, this would have been a clean trade. I don't think Gio is gonna retrace until we reach into the high, which is unlucky. I don't think it will retrace though, sadly. I think it would maybe over the trend line, but it does depend. AU we're pretty much over. I would be down to be selling here if we get like a strong reaction, but unlikely, really unlikely. Let's see, maybe here or around here if we retrace. Form give another entry pattern, we can definitely take price towards these highs, and maybe even this. We can leave a runner towards this range high. I think we definitely should be reaching today into this range high, since we do have volatility with news today, so that's what I would expect here. I like how this gap is looking here. So at this point, Geo is the really only valid pair we can trade. But we need to see a retracement though. I like this breaker here. I don't know if we're gonna retrace towards this breaker, but I do like the breaker. A very clean breaker that is not only rated recent liquidity, meaning this low, it rated really nice liquidity, which was like an all low. So if we would retrace here, it would be actually perfect. But I don't know if we do that, or we just, considering news, we might just towards that objective. Euro also reached high resistance, which is around this area. At this point, we're gonna have a bit of struggle to print. This is a very strong low here, which might indicate us holding higher, but we're gonna see. What is gold doing? Gold is just stalling. Gold is just stalling, but we did take a pretty massive. We didn't take this, but we did take this. Interesting. Nasdaq probably this side would kind of offer an opportunity, but I'm not sure. I like as these stacked highs, this London highs and this wick right here. It will be good, and we're overall above this high as well, so we might see some version 10 off here, but we don't really have clean things to target because our PI is already mitigated here. Or it's just watched you. My best way is coming here because we get hella fucking R from this. We get like 3R, but it looks more like it's just gonna leave off here, off this gap. Let me delete this. At this point, we should just be patient. It just looks like it's gonna fly off this gap. That's what I see here. I think this, what is this red zone? Oh, it's a kind of previous inversion. I don't know why it's so wide though. Oh, it's on the 30-minute. Okay. Yeah, the bodies are kind of respecting that. If we look at price here, so it's probably just gonna fly off here though. Is it? Yeah, trading it will not be great unless we see a liquidity rate. Cause just think about it. Where's our stop loss? Voided, very voided price action to be trading this. So yeah, this was probably our opportunity for New York. Should have I hesitated? Probably not. Probably not, because news already manipulated, but it was so fast into news open that I didn't trust it will not manipulate once again. That's kind of the thing here. But yeah, we're gonna wait on this too. And if we get it, we get it. Other than that, we're probably not gonna have any other opportunity for the day. But it's all good though. It's sad with AU that we got stopped out on that crazy R trade. Cause look at this, AU would have run. Our trade would have run towards like a 8.4 R, and I did say this is my draw overall. It's quite sad. It's quite sad, isn't it? This would have been first. This would have been first target, second target, and third target. It's quite sad, but what can you do? Just to get stopped all like this. Annoying, but it's just the market, right? Sometimes we're gonna experience stuff like this. I'm gonna go take a small break, but yeah. shit. We trace pretty hard, but let's see if we inverse now. We might have an opportunity if we actually. Yo, bro, what's up? What's up? Sorry, I was AFK for a while, but let's see if we inverse. Then we can actually trade like this, take this trade live. But we have a lot of inversions here, but I wouldn't really be worried that much. As I said, this trend line or this overall consolidation will most likely offer a reaction, which is what we did. But we're kind of looking like we're flipping bearish though. Let's see AUD is strong though. Yeah, it's looking like it's flipping bearish the G would trade, but yeah, this is our idea. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, it's probably over like for the day. You guys traded today? You guys took any trades? This was clean. Fuck me, bro. This was clean. Now we're probably gonna use that 4 hour. Where is it? Yeah, we're probably gonna print bearish of this 4 hour, but we need to see like a 50-minute FVG, something, some sort of confluence. I think trading off here is just risky to be taking like shorts into sell side getting taken. It's just risky. There's just no real story behind the trade. We don't have draw. We have this draw though, but still risky. Let's see now if we actually come up above and close above this red zone, which is in 30-minute inverse. Our idea can be something like this, but not great R, but we can at least secure a 2R. If we actually start breaking higher, we can get a 2R here. If we do, if we don't, it is what it is. What pair, bro? What pair are you waiting on? See gold. What is gold doing? Gold is inversing, which is kind of what I want to see, but we still have this right there. I'll say we're reaching back into this London low sell side. We have a lot of sell side here actually. Maybe even a risk entry could have been fine here, but we're shorting against the 50-minute VG, so maybe if you see like this is very small chances this is gonna happen, but see like an initiation, see retracement, and then we can take the short. Ooh, that would be nice on gold here, but kind of unlikely to happen. Yeah, it's looking like it's flipping bearish, or we come back to this like discount inversion. We did come into that. Oh yeah, we're flipping bearish. Oh, you trade you. Okay, you're looking for buys or what? What is your buys here? Yeah, this demo is about to get stopped most likely, or we just hold this discount inversion. This breakaway should have been a breakaway, this one, but this would have been a good entry here on gold actually. Oh my god, bro. Like targeting the sell side. But if we didn't have this 50-minute VG, that's kind of what fucked the trade up. Look at this shit right there. God damn. This would have been clean as fuck. Still kind of weird. I will not. It's unclear a bit. What are we gonna do next? But this would be my idea still. What are you looking for? Buys or sells? What are you watching? Ooh, this already looks good, like this gap here, but we need to wait for a retracement if we even get it. If we don't, it is what it is. If we didn't have this 50-minute inversion, it would have been a clean trade. I would have taken it, but and shorting into a 50-minute bullish gap is usually risky. It's very risky most of the times. You might see that retracement because of this inversion at the bottom of the leg here. So let me do this actually to make it a bit more clear. You might see that retracement because of this bullish. That's what I would want to see, but I'm not sure we're gonna get it though. We're looking at this. Yeah, even AU is flipping bearish. That doesn't really look like we're gonna have many opportunities today. This demo's about to get stopped. This is why you wait for extra confluence and you don't just buy straight off the bat. You should just experience, bro. This would have been like an easy loss to be taken if I didn't um, know, right, out of experience that these trend lines or these consolidations often uh, hold price lower, right? It would have been a free loss straight off the bat, even if you would have taken it here. It would have just been a free loss, but that's why you gotta be picky with your trades, and that's why experience really comes in helpful. Because what told me to wait for that confluence is just experience, right? I've seen this trend line. I've taken these buys a lot of times. I've taken these buys right here, how we are in this demo, and I've seen my trades fail off trend lines like this so many times, and that's why I choose to wait for more confluence here, to wait for the hard low. I use the most bullish. I mean, AU is the most bullish, Euro is the second, and GU is the weakest. So not sure if you want to really be buying GU. GU I would be down to buy because we do have a really nice objective. We have really nice objectives, but it doesn't really look like it cares too much. It's probably gonna retest and just hold lower. That's what I see. So something like this I see happening. But we cannot really be trading that. I would be down on gold. I do like this gold sell side here, like a retracement trend, but we need to see that retracement. I would say most likely over towards this consolidation here. I want to see the retracement. The 50-minute inversion is not entirely complete, but I wouldn't really be carrying. I would be down to take these shorts here if we actually retrace into this and give like a bonus entry pattern, which means something like this. You get like 1 minute gap, like a market structure shift or whatever. From here we can actually be targeting this very nice sell side that we have left over from London. Yeah, this is a good trade. This is probably what we're looking at today. GU looks like it's gonna get rejected. Yeah, it looks like it's getting rejected. AU, we already played the trade we had on open, on news. Maybe Euro if we inverse. So at this point, only gold and Euro we're really looking at. But I do like gold the best here. I do really like the soul side. It's probably yeah, an unmitigated FVG here. We did mitigate the inversion, but we have this 50-minute here which we can target. So again, this suits our criteria, which is untaken liquidity and unmitigated POIs. So yeah, this is good. I do like this. If we retrace, of course, like this is what I would want to see us retrace into. I cannot really explain you why. It's just a consolidation, and it's a strong consolidation based on news open, and this is where really version 10 was built. So that's what I want to see. I want to see the retracement that offers me that offers me pretty much everything that I need. It offers me a decent stop loss, because if we come here, I can actually place my stop loss above this FVG, and then we have a lot of R, right? So this is what I'm waiting for. If we get it, we get it. This demo got stopped out, so the perfect example of what experience can do, because without experience I would have taken this and would have gotten stopped out, as we did on the demo here. No matter how clean the buy side is, bruh, no matter how clean the buy side is, sometimes we have these trend lines that end up holding price lower. That's just, I don't know, that's just experience at the end of the day. It's nothing much, there's nothing else. It's just basically experience. So this gold, yeah, this gold looks good. This is what I'm waiting for. I like this. We can take this a trade I'm highly confident in, because we have these massive highs taken. In a case like this, again, this is also based on experience. When we have this big ass consolidations, we don't need to take this high. We took this and we react off. So I've seen this happen many times where we don't come for this. We just take these right here and react lower, and that's what really we're doing. We took the high, we formed a 50-minute inverse. We have really nice sell side we can target and unmitigated POI. That's why I like this trade. So we're gonna get ready for gold. This is most likely the only trade I'm gonna be looking at for today and in New York here. Let's see. I'm trying to prepare my broker, but I don't see gold. Where is gold, bruh? Go. Okay, I found gold. Euro's weird, right? It's not. We don't want to be trading here. Buy sell liquidity already got taken. Same with AU. AU came into a 4-hour inversion that is massively strong. We don't want to be forcing buys into here, and we don't have yet enough confluence to be looking at the shorts. There's also one small idea that we can actually trade on AU, which is if we inverse this 50-minute, we can look to target the sell side right here. But it's a very small idea. It's like a 5 pip idea. So I'm not sure if you want to be trading that. But yeah, let's wait for gold. Gold looks good. And we had this even this nice lower time frame liquidity rate here. Even though the 50 minutes getting rejected here, I really don't care about this. That the 50 minutes getting rejected. If we get more confluence from around here that we're reaching lower, we're gonna reach lower. That's very clear. But let's see equilibrium prices. Where yeah, exactly in that consolidation, basically we see equilibrium prices. And one another thing why I'm not shorting here is because I don't have a safe stop loss. If I'm shorting here, where am I placing a stop loss? Exactly into that consolidation that I want to see retrace price into. Hell no. If we actually retrace here, I can place my stop loss above a really pivotal price point, which is this FVG here. So this allows me for a safe stop loss. So it's just about really positioning yourself. Stop loss really matters a lot. Is your stop loss in a safe place or in an invalidation point? If we're shorting off here, there's no, we're not in a invalidation point. We do not have a safe stop loss. But again, as usual, I'm down to demo this just to, I always demo on the trades I'm not willing to take on my live. So I'm down to do it, sure. But this is exactly what I did on G when it failed. So I don't really care. I'm doing basically to prove, not to prove, but yeah, just to see. I think we're just gonna melt anyways. Probably not gonna come back into that, but if we do melt, we melt, and it is what it is, right? This could have been our retracement, but this is not a healthy retracement, and I'm not willing to be taking something like this. There's gonna be, as a profitable trader, there's gonna be a lot of trades you're gonna miss, inevitably, right? Inevitably, there's gonna be a lot of trades you're gonna miss, like this one, right? We missed the idea, but in the long term, what is the best idea to do? What is gonna protect your capital while also maintaining wins and maintaining a high win rate? On the long term, us not being okay with shorting here is gonna protect our capital, even though we see that now we work. The win that we see today doesn't mean that in the long term we're gonna see this. In the long term, we more likely will see this, and even now we might see that shit, but it's kind of unlikely. Really matters when, yeah, as a profitable trader, there's gonna be a lot of trades you're gonna miss, even though meaning that okay, there's gonna be trades outside your rules that you're gonna miss, and they're gonna be wins, even though there's gonna be, I don't know, I don't really trade with a strategy anymore. I just trade of experience, but. Ooh, if you actually see us retrace here, that would be perfect. But let's just gamble with the demo here on this gap. Let me put it smaller to see if we work. This would be perfect. If we actually come now and retrace, we would manipulate these sellers where we took the demo. We would come in this, and then we would have even more sell side generated here. That would be perfect, but it's kind of unlikely. Right, it's more likely to hold this gap at this point. Euro is probably gonna inverse, which is good. I do like Euro inversing here, and also AU is looking. Yeah, we're just really building a look. Once we just mitigated this again, experience 4-hour inverse really good at the top of the range when we rated buy side. I just know this is a very good PI, and look at this. We just tap it once, then we initiate bearish instantly. We just see a bearish gap here. We just hold it. Could have I taken it? Maybe, but it's too risky still. This is the demo. Let's see if our gamble demo works or gets tapped out. Just out of curiosity, we should get tapped in by this point, but it's just demo spread. For some reason, TradingView offers spread so you can familiarize yourself with the real market conditions. Bruh, shut the fuck up, Gengi. What is it doing, bruh? It looks like it's gonna get inversed, in my opinion, right? That would be actually perfect. I spilled water on me and it's so cold. Yeah, that would be perfect if we retrace now, because we baited the sellers in, we manipulate their stop losses, and then we tap this consolidation where we initiated in 10, and then we can see that move finalize into sell side. Let's see if it actually happens. Juice berries, like I see, bro. Like, let me just test out my intuition here on this. That's my intuitive play, and just like a limit order here. That's what I see. Like, we're massively selling off of this, and I'm curious if my intuition is right. So let's see if I'm intuitively right or not. Yeah, as I said, it's probably gonna get inverse. And look at this. It's like 50-50. We don't know for sure whether it's actually gonna get inverse or not. hmm We're definitely reaching into these highs in market open. I feel like we're very likely on doing that on market open. Market open is probably gonna be a bit more quiet today because we had already news. Yeah, look at this shit get inverse, bruh. This is why you don't force trades, bruh. Think about the last time you forced a trade and it worked. For me, whenever I most 90, 80, 90% of the times I force trades, they're losers. This is a force trade. This was not a force trade though. This was actually a good trade here. This buy into news. It was a very, very short scalp into news, but um, next time we're gonna take it. Oop, where's this shit get inverse, bro? Oh my god, come on, bro. Come on, bruh. Why's this shit get inversed? So why you don't force trades? Good thing we're using demo to demonstrate that force trades are bad. Oh my god, if we actually see this, and if we actually come sweep the demo trade and come back into this consolidation, we have a really good trade towards the downside. Because now we have even more sell side on these lows, and I'm really confident that we're gonna reach back into them. So it would be perfect. And considering this semi-strong reaction we're getting, I really think we're gonna come back here, which is what I wanna see. I want to see this trend line liquidity get swept, that stop here, and then get an entry pattern lower. Or we can just hold long-term bullish from this, but very, very unlikely. Very unlikely, to be honest. I still think we're gonna pull back into that, but let's see. Don't be forcing trades, little bro. Never, never do that shit. That's what made me go from break even to profitable. As soon as I stopped forcing trade, is what made me profitable. Made me go from break even to profitable. Is I didn't force trades anymore. I'm not talking about not forcing trades one day, but not forcing trades every single day. So every single day, taking only trades that are good. If a trade is forced, you don't take it, and that's hard. That's not easy. Because there's gonna be a lot of days where you wanna recover a loss, where you wanna make money, where you wanna get that payout, and it's very easy to slip and force a trade just because you wanna make money or you get what I mean. It's very easy to slip, but that's why only 5% of people turn profitable, because it's not easy to not force trades on a consistent basis. This would have been another force trade. Oh my god, look, we retested the inversion, we going. Boom, we had a small intent lower on this candle. Oh my god, my trade is holding, then we get fucking rejected. Instantly rejected. Definition of a force trade is right here. A good trade is, which is what we're waiting for, is us coming back, sweeping this, and coming to retest here, and then we look for the shorts. It makes a difference, even though it makes a huge fucking difference. You're gonna see in your win rate, bruh. That's why I had an 80-90% win rate on the last month, is because I didn't force trades anymore. And it makes a huge difference, more than you actually realize. If you actually do it consistently, you cannot doing it 2 days per week and then the rest of the 3 days you're forcing trades will not change anything. It needs to be done consistent, not a portion of the week. You need to do that shit every single day. Every day you're present on the charts, you need to be not forcing trades and taking only these good ones that you actually trust and you actually like. And that needs to be done every single day. Like, consistent profitability is always attained through a consistent process. You cannot expect consistent profitability if you're not taking consistent trades, if you're not consistently taking the best trades. If 2 days out of the week you're taking good trades, then the rest of the 3 days you're forcing trades. How can you expect profitability if you're not consistent, right? That's what really causes break even, because you're winning 2-3 days out of the week, and then the rest of the days you're giving back all the profit. This is what I've been doing for 1 year, and now I'm finally breaking through, because I just decided that, okay, I'm not gonna force any single trade, no matter how I feel, no matter what I want. I'm not gonna force any single trade. I'm gonna just take what I like and what I know works, And once I do that, ooh, surprise! I actually turn profitable. Surprise. But yeah, this is, you had to go. You have to go through it. You have to go. You have to force trades many times until you learn and you decide that okay, I've had enough. I don't want to force trades anymore. That's just what you gotta go through. This is the journey. This is how you learn in trading always. You have to hit your head tens of thousands of times until you actually learn. That's what I was saying about this Jew trade. This buy that we had, but I didn't like it. I decided to wait for market fluence. Why? Because of this trendline liquidity. Why did I say that? Because I took so many buys like this that got reversed on me because of the trendline liquidity. You know, I just had to hit. I had to hit my head thousands of times, not thousand, but tens of times, and fail until I learn how to do things proper. And this is how you learn everything through trading. This is how you learn not to force trades. This is how you know not to have a tight stop loss. How do you think you learn to give breathing room to your stop loss? You have to have those tight stop losses and get wicked many times until you have enough. In a sense, I don't know if that makes it any sense, but this is just how you learn. You fail, you fail, you fail, you fail until you learn how to do the thing, how to do things properly, right? It's actually nice. I do like this. Oops, let's get this demo trade out of our way. I do like how we're coming. We're coming pretty slow, which is what I like. I will still be down on these shorts. Let's see. We might actually get this. So let me remove this alert. I want to see us come back into this, and then for like a bullish gap that in the future will get inversed, and then we can trade off it. So let's see. It's a good start though. It was a pretty nice inversion here. How he hold it, how we retested, how we rejected sellers here was pretty clean, but definitely not no buy for us here. The rest are still stalling, hella fucking stalling. Not do much. Let's see this. It's a pretty sharp reaction, but I wouldn't really be scared that much. We swept that trend line, so from this point on we can start seeing some bearish momentum. Or of course we can just invalidate the trade and just continue going bullish. But it's both ways. You can go both ways pretty much. Let's see. Equilibrium is probably a bit more at the top of the. Look at that shit, bro. You can make this shit up. Equilibrium is the zone of equilibrium is perfectly. Oh, never mind. Now it is. It's perfectly overlapping with that consolidation. We actually tapped it here, so from this point on we can actually take the shorts. So we tapped equilibrium, we made a rebalance. Now we can look at these shorts right here. If we inverse, we straight off the bat we can take this. But I would still like a relatively deeper pullback though. I would like to see this mitigated and then we pull back deeper and then we have an entry pattern, because that would really offer us way better. So this is the only trade I'm waiting for today. We're gonna see if we have it. Looks like a breakaway though. Not sure this. Yeah, this looks like a breakaway, but let's see. This is our trade idea. Now we're getting pretty much everything that we want. The next step is getting an entry pattern, which is gonna be this inversion right here. For now, we swept trend line, we tap the consolidation, exactly what we want to see. Like this is what I say. Imagine if we would have shorted here, which I did on the demo, we just got stopped out. Why? Because we weren't patient for a proper retracement. This is a forced trade because we're chasing price. This is the the proper way of trading, because we're waiting for a retracement. I got stopped out so many times like this. It's crazy, so many times. By trying to short like here without waiting for the retracement, price comes, sweeps me, and then goes into my favor, bro. That was so painful. That was so painful. I still like this whole side, but we can also build bullish intention of here. It's not impossible to not build bullish intention of these. But let's see. I do like this consolidation, as I said. And we're kind of slowing down. We see we're starting to get some rejections, like very micro, very small rejection. We are starting to get like these right here, which is a good sign that there are some sellers here for now. So it keeps getting rejected. This is what we want to really short of. We can also come here, of course. That will be even better because the deeper the pullback, the more R we get. Let's see. I mean, in theory, the safest stop loss will be here, but we can't do that. We need to do at a recent high, and that's probably gonna be something like this if we actually start breaking lower. Let's see. The pairs are weird. They're very. They're stalling. Stalling. The fuck am I saying? They're stalling very hard. On Geo, we might come towards this, but this order block here is just dangerous. Very dangerous. Very unlikely to be holding. Ooh, I like how we're slowing down. I do like this. Very massive social liquidity level. This looks like a temporary reaction, in my opinion. Let's see hourly. Hourly, we don't look like much. 50-minute, we are pulling back. We technically rejected the inversion, but I wouldn't care in a case like this. Again, experience. So let's see. Do we get a trade for today or do we not? That's pretty much it. If we break, we're gonna get a trade. If we don't, we don't. I would want to also place an alert here. We might just instantly sell off, but other than a liquidity level, we don't really have much confluence for this Nasdaq trade. We do have this slight internal here, but and we do have an unmitigated. We can actually trade this actually, but this is weird. We have a kind of off balance in a sense, but we're gonna watch Nasdaq as well. Okay, for now we're bullish. Okay, just wait, just be patient. I'm gonna take a small break and we're still gonna wait for this. I have a feeling it's still gonna play out because of how we are slowing down, but the rejection looks a bit sharp here and we might just like hold order flow from here, hold bullish, which of course we might come back for these look slightly weak, so that is also an opportunity, not an opportunity but a possibility, I want to say. So we're waiting on this. I'm gonna take a what was that? I'm gonna take a 2-minute break and yeah, yes sir. I don't know. I'm just brain dead sometimes, bruh. Yeah. whole looks like it's gonna get invalidated. It's just too fucking strong. It's too strong, too sharp. So we're probably gonna look at Nasdaq. The only really pair I would want to see the sales like getting swept, and here we have really easy targets. Really easy targets. So market open, this is gonna be a time where I would be down to trade market open because it's gonna be slightly more quiet because of news. Oh. Or we can just leave from here. Okay. I guess we can just leave, of course. But the gold trade gets invalidated because the rejection is too sharp. Look at this. This is very unlikely. Too short off here. It's just too sharp over rejection higher. So yeah. Market open. Already fucking flew off this. It's exactly played my idea, but it played my idea in one fucking candle. Like, come on, Nasdaq. Come on, Nasdaq. What is you doing, bruh? Oh my god, bruh. I want to talk about one thing. One thing that is really interesting that I do a lot of times is I add or subtract confluence based on what I see. This is very, very important because it really increases win rate. So in this case, what am I gonna do? Add confluence. If we come lower, even if we do, I want to see some extra confluence from here to be trading lower, right? This adds win rate in the long term. This adds a lot of win rate. Also, when the context is very, very strong and I like the context very good and I have confluences that are very good, I subtract confluences for my entry. For example, I don't know how to explain this, but for example, let's say I would be really confident in this buy here. I wouldn't even wait for the inversion. I would just buy straight off the bat. This really helps with win rate, and this is, oh my god, that's like, okay. This really adds win rate, and really, yeah, it's really the best way to be trading. I don't know how to explain it. I just kind of do it unconsciously. I like how we're rejecting this gap though. I do like, but I just don't think it's gonna hold. So looking at price, we're most likely not gonna have anything for the rest of the day, pretty much. Not even GU, not AU, not pretty much not anything. It looks like we're not gonna have a trade. Nasdaq already fucking flew. We ain't looking to be trading here, definitely not. So we do have this internal, but it's too high. So yeah, this was it for today's session. We didn't have any single trades. We might have this later on, but I highly doubt it. So I'm gonna see you tomorrow. No real trades today. It's all good. We took this L on AUD/USD earlier in London, which was massively fucking sad because this trade ended up running towards my final target, which was at 8.2R. But it is what it is. Sometimes this is what you're gonna go through. Your trade is gonna get manipulated and price runs to fucking 10R, 15R, but this is part of the process, right? So yeah, realistically, no trades. I don't see any trades.